So the next stage is actually the reform of the factor markets. The factor markets, we are talking about the labor market, land market, the capital market, and the financial sector, and also the fiscal reforms. The labor market reform, we need to integrate the labor market. And at the moment, the labor market is still have an urban labor market, rural labor market. So we need to integrate the labor market. And the capital basic financial sector we are talking about, still dominated by state-owned enterprise, state-owned banks, right? So, and then we need the more medium-sized small banks and maybe or encourage private capital, basically to serve the needs of small medium enterprises, right? And so that is, we're talking about the financial inclusion. That is an important issue. And then the land market also, because urbanization, that means larger amount of rural labor will go to the city. Now the rural land system is basically the farmers have the land owned by collective or by the state, but the farmers have the user rights. And then how to, when you move to the city, how you are going to deal with this land left behind. So we need the land market, so the rural land market, so it can transact. So the reform in this area will be more difficult because the more fundamental the ways we operate in allocated resources. So, but I think these are the steps and the areas of reform China will have to go through. Basically, we need to make a great use of market forces in resource allocation. But of course, the government remains important, especially for we're talking about the structural transformation in developing countries. There are market failures. Market does not always work. You need the government to make sure that these failures will not block the development process. But overall, I think on balance, China needs to move towards more greater use of market forces.